What's up, YouTube? So I don't have any friends, and I just wanted to talk about it because I think there's a lot of people that are in the same boat. I do have one friend that lives across the country from me. I text him like once a week. I've been going the last couple years. I went on a vacation with him for a week to Vegas, and we played poker, and that's nice. But that's my closest friend, and my wife is my closest friend. But besides my wife and this one guy that I see once a year, I have no friends. You know, I work remote, so I don't have any friends at work. That's like to me, that's the biggest downside of working remote, is that you just don't get the connections that you do in person. When I used to work in person, I had friends at work, and we, periodically go out and do stuff. You go out to dinner, you go do some activities, workout type stuff. When you're working remote, you're just very isolated. And I don't have any friends. I'm not trying to get any friends. And, I'm kind of sad because of it too. I know it's affecting me mentally. I go to a CrossFit gym basically every day. Everybody there is way younger than me. It's nice. Like, I see people, I say hello. You have the kind of surface level conversations with people, which is nice. That really fills like a social gap in my life. I don't have any close friends, and I don't see any really coming anytime soon. Like, there are people I could be closer with, and I essentially just don't feel like putting in the effort to get there. And it's a problem. Like I recognize that it's a problem. My wife has a lot of friends. Back in the day, like, we don't drink or use drugs or anything anymore. When we used to do all that stuff, we had more friends, and we would have girls that were close friends of ours. We'd always have at least like one close friend. So it was like three of us were like really close friends, and we would drink and like party, and it was fun, and there's downsides too, because we're like using drugs and we're using alcohol to the extreme, and that was bad, and I'm glad we got off of it. But at the same time, like, that also has kind of limited my social interactions with people. So now I'm in this place in my life where I don't have any close friends. I kind of just, like, every day is kind of the same for me. I wake up, I go work out, I go do my job, and then I kind of just chill. I do some stuff around the house, maybe mow the lawn, do the dishes, grocery shop, and that's the loop. On the weekend, I have a little bit more time. I watch some movies with my wife, take a nap. That's my whole life, dude. It's pretty boring. It's pretty basic, and from a social perspective, it's pretty empty. I think it's bad. It's kind of one reason I started this channel as well. Like, I don't have a lot of people to talk to. I have a blog and it's private, but I've been doing this private blog for the last almost 20 years now. I think I started it in 2008, and I have like almost 1,500 posts of just my thoughts over the years. And it's kind of cool to go back and look at it, but I don't really share it with anybody. I've shared it with like 4 or 5 people that were my close friends, like, over the years. Nobody reads it. It's just me looking at it, if anyone. So that's one reason I started this channel. It's just so I could kind of, if I have some thoughts, I can get them out there to other people. Not many people are watching my videos. Fair enough. I don't think this is a particularly easy thing to watch, with like the weird voice thing I'm doing, with the pixelization and everything I've done to keep it anonymous, to sort of, in my mind, I have to like keep myself safe, which is why I'm doing it. But I've isolated myself heavily, and there's things I could do. I'm a software engineer. I think I probably could and should find some like meetup groups of people doing like programming on the weekends or at night, just like meet some other people and kind of get out there. So maybe I'll do that. But having friends it's hard. It's a lot of work. And the thing with like just your life in general, like a lot of your life is sucked up by work. You know, it's like during the week, and it's like in working remote, I have a lot more free time than I would if I had to commute to a job because I'm already getting back like an hour or 2 hours just in commute alone. Like I wake up, I go to the gym, that's great. That's like my best part of the day. Go to the CrossFit gym, it's wonderful. I love it. I do it every single day. Come home, do my work, and then after work it's like 5 o'clock. You know, you eat dinner, you hang out a little bit, you go to bed, you repeat. It's like I don't feel like I have a lot of time to do friend stuff, to like contact people, to go out to dinner with them, or you know, I don't have a lot of people that I share a lot of activities with either. You know, there's like a game that I'm like semi-professional at. I don't really want to talk about it because it kind of blows up who I am. That's like a little niche community where we play this game and I'm pretty good at it. And I haven't been super into it lately. So that's like one group of people I could pull friends from. But other than that, I don't really have anything. The other thing too is like, I don't really feel great about being friends with people my age right now. Like I'm almost 50 years old. I'm 47 years old. And everybody's just really old, man. You know, I prefer the energy of younger people. You know, I'm not drinking right now, or not smoking weed or partying or doing anything. And that's really cut down on the excitement of having friends too, you know, because we would like, you know, just go out, you blow it out, you go party as hard as you can, you get into crazy situations. I used to love that stuff, and I don't do it anymore. And it's good because there are a lot of negatives to it, and it was affecting me negatively just across life for very various ways. Also, it's very expensive. You know, if you're going out and you're just drinking to excess at bars, I mean, it's like multiple hundreds of dollars every night you do it. I'd say 90% of the time, it's not even that fun. But there's always like the promise that it could be fun. So that's kind of what I miss right now. Now it's like if I hang out with people, I don't even know what we do. It's like go to dinner, maybe talk about some stuff. I just haven't found anybody I've really clicked with, you know? And it's a problem. You know, I acknowledge like it's a problem. Is it going to come back to bite me? Probably. You know, I think as I get older and older, you don't have any friends, it's probably not good for you. You know, I have my wife. What if, you know, God forbid, like what if my wife died? I would be completely alone. I'd have no friends and I'd have nothing, you know? And like, I always feel like, oh, I could just get some friends at that point. But is that a good strategy? No, it's not. So, I don't know what the purpose of this video is, but, you know, but I have no friends. I acknowledge that. I'm making no effort to get friends. And I'm kind of just hoping that it works out okay, just doing this thing I'm doing. In my mind, it's like what I'm trying to think of is ways to make money outside of my job. Like, I'm trying to think of some apps to create. Yeah, I'm a software engineer. You know, I've been looking into different AI tools to help me create apps. I've never created an app on the App Store. So that's something I want to do. I kind of just think about finances a lot, and it freaks me out, you know? Like, I don't even want to have friends and have to, like, go out to dinners and have to spend all that money. Like, I don't spend a lot of money, to be honest. Like, I spend money on the CrossFit gym. I spend money on groceries. Other than that, I mean, honestly don't spend that much money, and I don't want to. You know, it's like we spend a lot of money on normal expenses, you know, car, house, all that type of shit. Like, I don't even want to go on vacations with people. I don't want to, you know, I just have no motivation to like meet people and be friends with people. Like, if there were people that were cool and I like really loved them and you know, it would be great. It would help me out a lot. But I don't have that today, and I don't see any path to getting that. So, is that bad? Yeah, that's probably bad. I don't know what to do about it, you know what I mean? I guess if I cared, I could try, I could get some friends. I just don't care, you know what I mean? And it's not good. So what's the point of this video? Honestly, I have no idea, you know what I mean? If you don't have any friends though, maybe you can sympathize with me. Maybe we can communicate on YouTube. If you enjoy listening to these videos, you know, I appreciate you watching. If there's anyone still watching, I really do appreciate you. Because when you have no friends and you just try to make these videos, ideally there's some kinship that we gain by just sharing our thoughts together and sharing in this experience of just talking over YouTube. So I guess this is my attempt to find some friendship with someone out there on the internet, and maybe it's you know what I mean? Maybe you and me can connect through this video somehow and at least feel some commonality in, like, if you don't have any friends either, at least we can share that with each other. And, you know, and at the same time, maybe it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. I'm doing fine. I'm working out. I'm pretty fit right now, which is great. You know, I have my wife, she's my best friend, which is good. But it's definitely an eggs all in one basket type of scenario. You know, it's like, if that fell apart for me, it would be a disaster. And it's never great when all your eggs are in one basket. But, you know, that's where I'm at. Kind of painted myself into a corner in that respect. I mean, the other thing too is, like, I don't really have any hobbies I want to pursue. I don't have any, besides just trying to figure out how to make some more money, I just don't have any, like, real goals, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of getting into the end game of life where I'm worried about getting older, retiring. I mean, that's one reason I work out so much, is I want to at least appear like I'm younger, appear like I'm in good shape, because I feel like that'll buy me something with the people I work with. If I don't appear to be a super old man who's frail, you know, there's some respect you gain from people by being in shape. So that's why, like, I work out and stuff like that. Or one, you know, it's definitely one reason why I do it. But I'm not getting any friends that way. I'm not getting any friends working remote. Everybody lives thousands of miles from me. I don't feel compelled to travel constantly to hang out with these people. There's a few people I could probably be closer friends with and travel if I wanted to, but it's a lot of money, it's a lot of effort, and to be honest, like, I'm just not feeling it, you know? So I'm kind of stuck in this world of having no friends, kind of just getting by day to day, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? Is it bad? Probably, you know? But try not to stress myself out about it, and, you know, just try to make the best with the life that you have. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, I guess that's about it for me rambling in this video, and thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.